What's up, YouTube? How's it going, family? Welcome back to my channel, Kayan Phenomenon. Tap in, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, ring the notification bell, leave a like, leave a comment, all of that. We're not stopping. We're dropping videos every week. I'm trying to add value, bring value, all of the above. Please feel free to chop it up in the comment sections, leave your input, feedback, all of that. It's all appreciated and welcome. So let's go ahead and get into the topic of the video today: depression and anxiety. I think that's something that's always relevant in today's world and time, and it's something that I think that we constantly deal with. It's from my perspective, it's never like, oh, you beat depression, you beat anxiety, boom, you won, you'll never deal with it again. I think it's something that's constant. It's like seasons, and sometimes it feels like waves how it's constantly coming up and coming down in our lives. So I just want to share my experiences, share my outlook as far as how to overcome these things and how to, keep rolling and get the best out of life, So I always remember, spread love, your next is your now. Oh, depression. So the way I see depression, I think I see it as the past. Depression is about dealing with something that has already happened, right? And the way I see anxiety is something that's like dealing with something that's approaching, it's coming. You're anxious about something, like it's coming up, and you're worrisome. Both of them, I think, is worrisome. Dealing with the two in general, I think it's always you want to be proactive. Just like anything else, you want to be proactive when overcoming these things. Because if you allow these things to overcome you, that means you're inactive. You're just taking the punches. You're just there. You're in the fetal position, So here on this channel, we're gonna always talk about overcoming. We're gonna always talk about action, proactivity, doing, verbs, verb tense, heavy verb tense over here. So depression. I think when it comes to depression, the best way dealing with a mental aspect to overcome depression is to turn depression into a reflection. Wait, what I mean? So when you turn depression into a reflection, when you're depressed about something, you're soaking in what happened. You're soaking in what was, what took place. You're soaking in the history of an event. Now, when you turn that depression into reflection, it's more so as you're getting the revelation from what took place, from what happened. You're pumping knowledge out of your situation. You're pumping knowledge out of, your past. So instead of just looking at it and be like, that happened, you're taking on a perspective of what happened. We deal with a lot of things. I mean, this when we're talking about death, we're talking about breakups, we're talking about letdowns, we're talking about mishaps. The variables play in that how you can reflect. Just to throw a few out there with death, which is I wish that upon nobody, and it's heavy on people's hearts. But some of the reflections we can take from a death is the memories, the good times, the conversations, the feelings. We can soak that in and reflect and allow that to empower us in our present, in our being, and put a smile on our face. Now, as far as anxiety, worrying about the future, you're in your current present and you're worrying about your approaching present, and it's like it can be overwhelming. And these are things that we constantly are going to deal with. It's never like you're going to beat depression or anxiety once and become champion of all time. No, it's a finals game sometimes every day. So you got to be ready to play that game. You got to be ready to win. So when it comes to anxiety, one of the best ways to overcome with that anxiousness is to focus on the actual present, not the approaching present. Focus on the things you can do in the actual present. They can benefit, mitigate, or even totally make the things that you're anxious about irrelevant. Focus on that, on the things that you control, in your now, in that moment, and simply just do those things. Don't do those things worrying if it's going to work or not. Do those things the most intelligent way you know how, with the most savvy that you can have. You know, the most intentional way you can do something. In that moment, do it that way, and as you go, you'll learn. And I think that's the best way to deal with those things. You know, this is not a one cure all type of remedy, but I believe it will help. So when we dealing with depression, let's find ways to turn those depression moments into reflecting moments. And when we're anxious about something, let's think about what we control. You know, what part do we play in the developing play that's going on at hand. So that's essentially what I want to leave with you. And action, another action thing is just get out and do something. Where I'm at, I'm on the Midwest right now. Shout out St. Louis. I'm currently on the Midwest right now in this moment. And I know every time I come to the home city, I notice like in certain seasons, like seasonal depression is a real thing, especially in the states that get cold. And you notice like when heat expands and cold contracts. So especially even with the muscles, you may want to get out and be active, but you're not as elastic, you're not as upbeat. And I'm saying, like, punch that in the face. Like, make plans to get active, make plans to get up, get out and do something. And that's essentially it. Smash that like button. Let me know in the comments down below, how do you overcome depression? How do you overcome anxiety? What are some of the tactics and strategies you use? And yeah, man, I love y'all, family. Like, thank you for being here. I hope this gives you value in some way, shape, or form, and I hope this is something that you can put into practice and share with others. Yeah, I'm about to get up and get active right now. You do the same. Hey, if you don't like the page that your life is on right now, remember, every page comes to the end, and you got to turn it. Meet you at the next one. Baby girl, this is your life, and you don't wanna waste time. Shots from